You know, I'm just sitting here outside thinking, and I was starting to talk, before I even hit, the recording on the video, and I hear, I'm saying things, the ones that are tapped in know what I'm talking about. The ones that, we tend to, the people who talk to themselves are, um, the ones, they, like I always say, no, baby, we ain't crazy, we just tapped in. Um, and I'm sitting outside in this nature, and I'm just talking away, because people are listening. Your phone is tapped, and just talking out loud. And I hear a spirit say, "Why don't you ever turn on the video when you really get these gems and really get to going and talking?" And basically, I was talking about the children, um, it's anybody who's like a karmic, or a lot of us have trauma from our childhood. And whoever we become, if we, for example, we become this bitter, angry person who goes around, sleeps around with everybody, sharing their energy with everybody. It's all form of some unhealed trauma. And I always say you need to start with the children, because there's too many kids running around here that just doesn't have anyone to tell them, that they're good enough, that they're smart, they're beautiful, that they're loved, that they're angry because of whatever situation they're in, their home life, say their parents isn't around, they live in, the homeless shelter, and just to let them know that, and I know that there a lot of they're too young to understand, that God doesn't do these things to punish you. Before you come over in this realm, you make an agreement on whatever assignment God has given you, or your purpose, or whatever you were supposed to learn, whatever God has, you made an agreement before you come over here, but everything's wiped away in your memory when you come through. That it's a lesson. So you need to look at it that way. Whatever you're going through, it's a lesson, that you're not being punished, but it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to heal. And I was just thinking, if I can get out there, or if we just start telling our children, start paying attention to our children more, because it's all unhealed trauma for, it just keeps going on generation to generation. And to the ones out there who you wonder why God, confirmation, you wonder why God, you're getting spiritually attacked by people. Spirit says, put away your voodoo doll. That's for somebody. Somebody needs to put away that voodoo doll because it ain't working. Hi. I'm doing good. How are you? No problem. Confirmation on that voodoo doll. Put away your voodoo doll. From just, you wonder why, God, why am I keep getting spiritually attacked? Or why have I had to go through so much in life? It's because you went through so much and you still getting spiritually attacked, okay? And I'm talking to the pure hearts, the one who's done the work, which you're not feeling anything. All these attacks are being blocked. But you're wondering why it keeps going on and on. Because God picked you because of how strong you are. You got a heart of a lion. The willpower of a lion. So just think about that. A lot that you went through that you've overcome and you have healed. And you have so many people. If you got so many people attacking you, do you understand how powerful you are? Think about that. People want your gifts. They're so jealous, or they envy you, and they hate that you are ever uncovering these lies and these shadows and people who are trying to manipulate the energy because you figured everything out. And you don't give people access to your energy no more. It's literally triggering these people to where they're going crazy. These people need to be in a mental institution. But just know that God's letting it happen because He chose you, because you're strong. You're so strong. And also too, you're bait. You're bait. Because don't think that everything people are going to get away with. I have predicted so many things that have come to pass or is going to happen. You see what's going on in the news. I talked about, trading places, and now all these celebrities getting exposed, and your family, stealing from you, downloads of, some of your family members have poisoned and took out your other family members, that these people were being investigated, they're being watched. Karma is here, and you just got to keep trusting the process, okay? Keep having faith. But the reason why you're still getting attacked, you are bait. You are bringing everybody down. Pay attention to you when you see 911, because I'm telling you, it's coming. And I would be way more afraid of God's wrath than the devil's wrath. But my main point of the message is I just want to tell you to tell your children you love them. Tell how much they mean to you. Spend time with them. Because all of these are just childhood traumas. I'm sorry for the noise background in the back. Just a second, you guys. But yeah, a lot of it is just trauma. And these people are cowards where none of them can face you one-on-one. They have to gang up on you. They literally have to gang up on you, and they keep going from one practitioner to the other to the other. They're trying to shut down your platform. They're, trying to keep you in poverty. They're, doing doing so many things. They've hired a hitman, anything to bring you down. But this was all part of the plan. And you figured it out. You figured it out. So just know that some of you, yes, are bait. You are bait. But God made it that way. Okay? Your spirit team is backing you up all the way. You're so protected. You're not feeling it. You know how many death spells you get thrown at you? Work done every day. Around the clock like clockwork. A lot of y'all spirit team is just growing and growing. You got their ancestors coming on your side that don't want nothing to do with them. But to where God is going to force them to sit down. Isolation, I'm telling you, is a place where you go and you heal. isolation. When God sits you in isolation, just know, I'm telling you, isolation will help you heal. But these people have been warned and warned and warned where God's going to force them to face all their demons and to heal. And, I pray that they do heal. I really do, because, even though I am a truth teller, but as a true leader, as an earth angel, one of my purposes is to try to, even like the karmics or the people of the dark, because a karmic can turn divine, try to get you to, okay, you have done so much, evil, but try to get you to turn to God, that it's never too late. That's where a true leader comes from. That's what God wants me to do, to make sure, yes, you are a truth teller, but you also tell them how great I am. That the way of the devil is not working, to come to me. To come to me. Yes, you have to face whatever karma, whatever wrath, but God can change his mind on things, not like not facing karma, but he can shorten your karma. You just never know, but there are some that, sadly, that God has turned a deaf ear, but those are for the ones, blasphemy. I really, really just found out the other day, confirmation the other day, what blasphemy is. Blasphemy is when you have been warned so many times from the Holy Spirit. God warns to stop on not listening, when you know in your gut that God is warning you to stop, disrespecting him, to where you keep doing evil, and you know for a fact, and you have been warned, but you keep doing it anyway. That is an unforgivable sin. And for the ones, I'm sorry, they're sending chaos right now. There's so much commotion going on in the background. We keep going. But for the ones, that is an unforgivable sin, But for the ones who, I pray that, there is a way for you to come to God, to come as you are, to ask for forgiveness, to still try, that God can forgive you for whatever that would be, or how much evil, but still try, because and otherwise you're going to be bound to this world, that you will never ascend to the light, meaning you'll come back here, karmic after karmic after karmic life, here until the end, whenever God decides to end it. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be bound to this world. I'm going home. I'm going home after this lifetime. And the devil is trying to do anything he can to keep me bound here, so he can keep using my energy, so certain people can keep manifesting off my energy. Because I tell you what, I have created people with the wealthiest lifestyles, and I say no more. I cut my energy back, and they don't want me to ascend. But who's going to stop me when I got God on my side? Who's going to stop you when you got God on your side? That you are the reason, you, sweetheart, you're the reason why this world hasn't ended yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are the reason the world hasn't ended yet, because of your heart. You're what's keeping this world turning. So please believe, please have faith, know who you are, stand in your power, call your destiny back. And for the ones who's in the dark, I pray that you come to the light. I pray that you ask for forgiveness. Because remember this, the devil works for God. He works for God. There's times where the devil says, to certain people, oh, you're going to have to back off them. Just go to the John, I think his name is John Ramirez, when he tells that story. He used to be one of the devil's top worshipers, and now he's of the light. And he talked about a story of, where he tried to take out somebody from witchcraft, and the devil came to him and said, no, you can't touch that person. No, you can't touch that person, because that person has a relationship with God. You can't touch that person. That means the devil works for God. God says so. God puts in that final order. You know? He puts in that final order for you. You have thousands of angels that surround you. But what I want to do is I want to help you, the dark, to come into the light. Ask for forgiveness. Yes, you may have done this. Heal. Start putting in that work. You know, I pray that you get deliverance, you know, because don't hate the person. Hate the demonic spirit that's attached to them. But anyway, I just wanted to give that quick message out. Spirit said, you know, hey, turn on the camera and go, because I do a lot of, you know, it is what it is. And I love you guys. I truly do. You know, the brightest people help other people shine. You know, keep on healing. Let go. Let go. And you are. There's a lot of people out there. I could feel divine beings. You are divine feminine, divine masculine. Soulmates are about to come together. There's a lot of soulmates that's about to meet each other. I'm telling you. You are about to find your one. Your one who's going to love your flaws, love everything about you, is going to protect you like no other. You guys hear all this chaos, that chaos magic, all that sound in the background? That's what you call chaos magic being thrown, baby. But it doesn't throw me off, baby, because I'm going to keep going. And I wanted to put this message out. But I love you guys. Confirmation. 333, baby, all day long. Peace. I'm out.